We moved to the UK 2020. I started working 2021 because there was lockdown and it was hard for me to get a job. I'll be talking about all the jobs I've done in the UK. Then you will tell me which one you think is the worst job I've ever done. Okay, so hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Faith or Johnny. And on this channel, I talk about my life here in the UK and I talk about how you can migrate to other countries, and I share story time as well. So if these are the kind of content that interests you, hit the subscribe button down below. Turn on your notification bell so you do not miss any of my videos. Without saying so much, let's get started. Officially, including my current job, I will say that I've done 5 different jobs in 2 years. I know. Anyway, I'm going to tell you the reason why I was not stable or I didn't work so long in all my jobs. So let's start with number 1, which was Amazon. I worked in an Amazon warehouse as a sortation associate. I mean, that's the name they call it. That's my job title, Amazon warehouse sortation associate. It's so fancy. You have no idea what the job is about. This job does not require you to have a degree, qualification, even require you to know how to speak English. If you can't speak English, you can do this job. I was working in a warehouse. I think I have the video up. If you want to watch it, you will see the thumbnail on this video. That video, that is to show you a day in my life working as a sortation associate in Amazon. We work from 1 a.m. till 9 in the morning, and we are only allowed 30 minutes break. Yep, 30 minutes break, and you're gonna stand from that 1 a.m. till that 9 a.m. that you're gonna go home, and you only have 30 minutes break. So you can be a picker or a storer. It's a fast-paced work environment. But I mean fast-paced, I mean it feels like you're a robot, because that's the job I did. I did that for 7 months. Shockingly, I did that. It's a physical draining job, but because it's physical draining, no one is trusting you. There's no micromanagement. Your managers are cool. Like everyone is like busy. Like you're freaking stressed to have all the stress on top of that. So it was a physical stressing job. The reason I left was it got to a point where if I bend, I can't get up. Like my back was hurting so much, and till date I still have back pain. So that's job number 1. Job number 2, this was an in-store job. It was part-time. I did that job for 2 months and I left. The job was okay. It's for me to just sell contracts, sell mobile phone to customers and all of that. But the supervisor that was training me in that job find fault in everything I say. He want me to say things the same way he says them. Even if I say them in a different way, that still means the same thing. He said no. He keeps saying I need to use the language that the locals will understand. I'm like, guy, English is not my first language. You guys knew this before you hired me. I never said I was British. Sure, they hired me because of diversity, because I was the only black woman there for like 2 weeks. Then they now brought another black guy, so we're just 2 blacks. Usually when you start working as a sales rep, selling contract, they will train you, you get signed off. It's when you get signed off that you start selling to customers. Another challenges I had again was, it's not one person that was training me. So I had different people that was training me, and all of them have different method at which they are doing their own things, which was confusing. So I was like, okay, since you want me to do it your way, can't I script it out and, you know, tell the customer I'm new, I'm just going to read out the most important part, which is like the contracts, which is binding, the do's and don'ts, the return policy, all of those things. Can't I? He said no. But other people that are working there, they don't do it his way. They don't say it the way he says them. Why does he expect me to use the exact words that he uses? And I was like, you know what, these people don't want to sign me off. 2 days to my birthday, my manager called me that, oh Faith, you're supposed to be signed off by now, your sign off is taking so long. we're going to give you one more attempt. If you fail it, we will prolong your probation, or we don't know the way forward. And it was just talking in code. When I got home, I explained to my husband, this is what's going on. My husband was like, you know what? And I told myself, and I asked my husband, what's the chance that if I do it this last time, I will get it? Because I've done it several times. I don't get it. I don't get it to this guy. I don't always say the right things to him. I'm using the wrong wordings. I'm selling to local people. I'm selling to British people. I need to make sure I'm not misleading them. Like, how hard is English, for crying out loud? How hard is it to sell mobile phone contract to someone? How difficult it is? We're still going to print the contract to give to these people, these customers, to go home with it. As in, aside from me telling them what is already on the documents we will print and give to them. Anyway, I got home and my husband was like, leave. I just typed an email. With immediate effect, I am resigning, and I left the job. So I think me leaving is going to hurt their diversity ranking, because sometimes, let me tell you guys, sometimes these people are just recruiting us because they want to fill in that quota of diversity. After that, I decided, you know what, I want to work from home. I don't want to do this anymore. I'll do customer service work from home, which I have a video about it as well. So I started working from home as customer service agent, and whew, Lord of mercy. Lord of mercy. If you're a sensitive person like me, being sensitive is not a bad thing. Don't let anyone make you feel like being sensitive is a bad thing. What I've understood from myself as a sensitive person is because I know I will not be this way to anybody, so I don't understand why people are being this way to me. So if you're a very sensitive person that you can't understand why some people can be rude and very demeaning and very condescending, forget about customer service. You can't do that job. If you can't understand why people can be so racist over the phone, forget about customer service. If you can't understand why people are screaming at you for nothing, you cannot do customer service. Everyday headache, migraine, sadness, and you know when you're carrying that job home, that is a bad job. It is bad for your mental health, because when they call customer service, they have to wait for 30 to 1 hour before they connect them to us. So that wait period has piled up all the emotions, and the moment to be like, hello, welcome to Alto, this is Faith speaking, how can I help you today? What is wrong with you people? You people stop. I'm like, oh, okay. Every morning before I connect my phone, I'll be like, God, please, I don't want an angry customer. God, please. Oh, please. The prayers does not work. All I get are angry customers. I remember when I started the job, we were 10. When I left, we were 4. So that is job number 3. The job number 4 was when I worked as a global hiring consultant. So I did that job for 4 months. That was the first job that I've had in the UK that I loved so much. It was amazing. The colleagues, the people were really lovely. But micromanagement, A1. Microaggression, A1. You know when you're working and they are talking to you as if you're a child, a grown-ass woman like me being spoken to as if I'm a 2-year-old child. During meeting, you'll be sent an email to turn on your camera. When you express, your colleagues will come to your face and laugh with you. Behind your back, they're throwing you under the bus. Oh my God. Whew. The first month was the best month because of course, when something is new, you're here to understand what's going on here. Everything is sweet and rosy. I was so excited. Second month, do you know how I was feeling going to work every morning? I'm always scared, like anxiety. I feel like, what's going to happen? I keep saying, oh God, I want to pass. When you're praying to pass probation, because from what's going on, you're already sensing that these people are going to let you go. These people are going to let you go. And that was what happened. Yeah, that was what happened. They let me go. Because I was so desperate to work in that organization. I was so desperate to remain there, I took so many crap. My manager told me I was too sensitive, that I need to develop thick skin. Hey, God of mercy. Me telling my manager how I felt, she told me I was being too sensitive. I need to develop thick skin. This is the same person that cannot even take any little sort of criticism. She will go to the toilet and be crying. It's telling me I'm sensitive. I need to develop thick skin. When I'm being bullied, you're telling me I'm being sensitive. I realized that they were looking for people that they can control, and the moment they can't control you, they sack you. And I wasn't the first to be sacked. A lot of people have gone, and like we've actually catch up, like chat up. A lot of people, they've let go like that. I was going to work feeling anxiety. Do you know how many times I've cried in the toilet, in the bathroom at work? Do you know how many times I have so much to say, but I just nod my head and said, okay, yes. When I get home from work, I'm thinking of tomorrow's work. Like I'm thinking, oh God, what's gonna happen tomorrow? First thing in the morning when I open my laptop, I'm like, oh God, please, today should be a nice day. Do you know how many times my manager will call me via Teams? My heart would leave my chest. My job is, I work with the civil service, and my job is flexible. I have flexi hours. I have between 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. to do my contracted hours. Every hour counts. The moment you're clocking in, the moment you're opening your laptop, your hours start counting. And if you work over your hours, they document it as a flexi time. That means you can take your hour back. Okay, they're not making you work more than your contracted hours. You can work from home, you can have a doctor's appointment, you can arrange for a more suitable working condition. If you're a disabled person, they have different plans that can work for you. They find a way to fit everyone in, maybe because it's the government, so there's no micromanagement. I can say now that it's a good place to work because I've worked there for 3 months. It took me just 2 months from my most recent job to find out that it's going to be a horrible place to work. This one is 3 months and I don't go to work anxious. Everything is just peaceful. I'm not scared, oh I'm late, oh no. Whether you come 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, as long as you do your 7.4 hours, you are good. And even if you can't do your contracted hours that same day, you can do it the next day, as long as at the end of the week you've done your 37 hours, you are good. So that's it. So now that I've explained all my jobs, tell me, which one do you think is the most stressful job? Just realize that some of them are not physically draining, some of them are more of mentally and emotionally draining. It's only the Amazon that is physically draining and no emotions. But I'll take a physically draining job over an emotional and mental draining job. It shows that I can withstand physical stress than a emotional and mental stress. Because look at Amazon, I worked for 7 months. 7 freaking months. Who would have thought I could do that job for 7 months? Even myself, it's unbelievable. I was so shocked that I did that job for 7 months. Me, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And guys, we have come to the end of this video.